In this video, I share my approach to working with horses who struggle with tension and anxiety. You will see I use movement as a form of therapy, allowing the horse to take small steps to reset and release that built-up stress. By using calm breathing, gentle touch, and patience, I aim to create a sense of connection and safety. So one key takeaway I emphasize is the importance of meeting the horse where they are at that moment. So whatever they can offer in that moment is their 100%. You'll also hear me talk about boundaries, both understanding the horse's no and setting safe, clear limits of my own. It's okay to have boundaries. It's not about force. It's about creating a conversation that helps the horse feel safe and supported. I hope this video encourages you to slow down, to listen closely, and to appreciate the small moments of progress that can make a big difference in your horse's well-being. So if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe and tap the bell so that you don't miss any new videos that I publish. And I invite you to join the Rewild Study Hub and get access to all my tutorials all in one place.
So she's moving to regroup and reset. Remember, movement is like therapy for them. When they feel that they are claustrophobic and they need to escape, obviously in the domestic setting, escaping is very difficult for them. So by allowing her to take those few steps, what I'm doing is stopping her going inside herself and shutting down and internalizing all that tension. Just allowing those few steps hopefully will bring her to a little bit more peace quicker. So we'll try that again. I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to wait for, there's a blink. She's connected to her environment. I'm going to bring my hand down. I'm going to breathe in, and on the out breath, I will touch her. Good. So you saw that time that she still had a reaction, but it is diminishing slightly. It's gone from a flash to more of a concerned, what are you doing? If you saw that, I'm very happy with that. And in fact, with that, I'm going to release the pressure completely off her, remove myself from that space, because the other thing that I think is really important with these exercises, you need to understand that we are trying to create connection, like I said, through the mind and the body, which in turn brings on a sense of relaxation and understanding, comprehension. So with anything that you do, it's baby steps with a horse like this. And whatever she gives me is 100% that she can give me today. So in other words, I might be looking for a certain level. I might have arrived here and thought, well, I would really like to be able to do this. But if she can only come to here, that's her 100%. I need to match my 100% to hers, not hers to mine. And there won't point me forcing her up here and her be stressed, when it's easier for me to rephrase my goal and say, okay, and be grateful for the 100% that she was able to give me today. And for me, that point where she turned with concern but not with an electric energy was a good 100% for that moment. So to balance it, I'm now going to go to the other side and see how she is on this side. If she lets me, which she doesn't seem to want to at this moment, which is okay. Again, she has a tendency to communicate with her mouth. So my hand up is, of course, a protection, but it gives her something to focus on. And I'm happy to engage with her mouth if she needs me to. But I don't want to get bitten, so I have a guard up, which is gentle but firm. This is my no. It's okay to have boundaries. The whole conversation about understanding their no's and listening to their no's and making sure that you have seen and heard and felt their no is absolutely hugely important, and one thing that we as human beings need to work on. But likewise, for our safety, we can have boundaries and we are allowed to say no also. It's how you say no is the important thing. This is no. So I'm going to try again. As you notice, I turn to face in the same direction she's facing, and I'm going to back down her side gently. It's less confrontational than me going front on, which tends, the energy that you bring with a front on conversation tends to push them back. So by turning and facing the same direction that she's facing and backing down, it's much more gentle. And quite often is easier for them to deal with, so that you can get yourself into a position that you can start a dialogue again. And in this instance, it is a dialogue about her feeling okay and comfortable with touching her, near her with her. Breath in. Good girl. And touch her on the out breath. And you saw there, being on this side, she's gone back to being a little bit more aggressive with her response. The head turn was not quite as quick as the first head turn on that side, but she did open her mouth. That's okay. I'm prepared for it. And this is why it's really important that you understand the horses that you are interacting with, and that you have safety boundaries set depending on the horse, the personality and the conversation you're having. I know she speaks with her mouth, communicates with her mouth. So if she catches me, it's because I was not aware of it. And I don't want that conversation. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Qué estresado. Good girl. Good girl. So there's a lot going on there right now, so I'm just backing off a little bit with my communication. She's pawing the ground and nibbling on nothing. Good lass, good girl. I'm happy for her to interact with me. Good girl. All this is just getting rid of that tension, and we've done very little apart from be aware of her. As she goes for a walk, we're going to go for a walk with her. Good girl, good girl. Good girl. I'm happy for her to interact with me. I'm going to interact with her mouth. I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to bring it halfway down. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And touch her on the way out, on the out breath, and we had no reaction there, which is wonderful. So again, that was even better than the other side, so I am not going to push it any further than this. This is a horse that is super sensitive. She's not aggressive, she's not dangerous, but her worry cup is full nearly all the time. So we're trying to empty it to give her more space to expand and contract within the conversations that we're trying to have with her, without her going over threshold or overflowing into anxiety and tension. Because once she's there, she doesn't know how to regulate herself in degrees. So she gets to the top of her threshold, And rather just stepping over that threshold and dealing with that extra stress, she steps over the threshold, panics, and gets shot into the stratosphere. And that's when she finds it difficult, and that's when you get these reactions of biting and flashing heads and stuff, because they just can't cope. So I love this mare. I have no problem with her communicating with me in this way. What I'm trying to do is help her so she doesn't have to, because the stress and anxiety that she feels each time she does that is enormous. It's just like us. And the one thing I feel that this mare is in pain. I don't think she's in pain. I know she's not in pain, actually, from any physical problem. But she holds herself so tight constantly that when she does begin to release, she feels it, and she feels that discomfort.
Thanks for watching. As you've seen, building trust and connection with a horse takes patience, awareness, and a willingness to listen. By being aware of their boundaries and recognizing what they are able to give in any given moment, we create space for real progress. Remember, every small step forward is a win, and those moments of understanding are what truly strengthen the relationship we share with our horses. I encourage you to take these ideas into your conversations and let me know how you get on. Trust the process, stay present, and celebrate the little victories. They mean more than you think. Now don't forget to hit the subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a new video. See you next time. Take care.